And welcome back to halftime. It's almost time for the third quarter. 24-14, Lions down just by 10, but they like their chances. Before we begin the third quarter, we need to check in again with Adam Ferguson. Adam, who do you have with you this time?
I'm here with offensive coordinator Frank Tristan and sophomore defensive back Deontay Morrison. Now, Coach Tristan, what do you have to do to get more points on the board in the second half?
We've got to complete some passes. We're 5 of 17 right now, which not very good. We got some drop balls, and then we didn't protect on a rollout, which is going to be good for us in the second half.
That brings me to my next question. How do you feel about the play of freshman quarterback C.J. Collins?
I really feel like he's holding back a little bit. He's trying to be too careful. He needs to kind of, he's very talented, and this needs to be the half where he really sells out.
All righty, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thanks.
Now, Deontay,
Yes, sir.
what do you have to do to stop the passing attack in the second half?
Us as defensively, like defensive backs, linebackers, we have to continue to just play our assignments. If we play our assignments and not try to play hero, then we'll be able to stop the pass and get the offense back the ball.
Now, how do you feel you've done stopping the really, really tough running back for TLU?
I feel like we doing a good job. The game's not over. We still have another half to play. But if we continue to wrap up and limit his cutbacks and everything, then I feel like we'll shut him down again this half.
All right, thank you, Deontay. That's all for now. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Deontay. Thanks, Frank Tristan. You got Deontay, he's got 5 tackles so far. Leader right now is Ethan Eastwood. We mentioned both those guys at pregame show. He's right. Continue to contain Barole and let Collins go to work a little bit.
And Barole, I think he was under 30 yards rushing. The guy that's been a 3-time player of the week.
His long is 7. His averaging 2.8. He's only had 25 yards on the night, Brian. In fact, James Hopkins has outrushed Barole by 9, and Troy Griffin is just 3 yards from him. You see right there. Total rushing yards, SAGU leads.
And
total yards and passing yards, but it's because of White's good play. Turnovers is the big key factor.
And we talked about that at the beginning of the game, and that shows you how hard the staff worked together, getting these things together for us in stats. 3 turnovers was humongous, and the thing that also I like to see is the Lions have had the time of possession for 23 minutes and 52 seconds compared to 14 minutes and 33 seconds. And you'd think, well, why is that a big deal? If you're grinding the football out, and I think that's what the Lions need to do, is grind the football out this second half and control the clock, you're going to have an opportunity to win the game at the end. You want to keep that fast, explosive offense of TLU on the sideline for sure.
Dowling leads all defenders for the Lutheran TLU Bulldogs. He's got 7. Brinson's got 4. Quarterback comparison, again, 187 yards for White, just 74, I should say, for Collins. But you heard Tristan say it. We want Collins to air it out, open up, give it a shot, throw it downfield.
Definitely.
So really the ball is in Collins' hands literally, and Tristan's giving him the green light.
Well, he's a talented quarterback, and he's a young kid, and I can understand being young and being a little tentative. But if coach is giving you the green light, that's what you want to hear as a quarterback. Definitely, he'll take advantage of it.
Here's some of the highlights you see by our awesome technical team. There's the touchdown for Brewster. Gave the Lions a 7-3 lead early.
TLU comes back, a little little bowl pass to Saucedo. AJ, we didn't even mention AJ in pregame, and AJ is still in the show in the backfield right now over Bureau. And then we've got,
I think this is to Lewis. Oh, this is
I think it's
the
the same
play.
Look at number 13
Look at that
blocking.
space.
Oh, it's beautiful out there. 23 comes out, gets a great block.
73, a big block, and that sprung him loose right there, Brian.
You got to hit them and wrap them up. You can't arm tackle kids like that because they can run.
And here's the interception. Jordan Sims is going to step in front of this thing and return it 18 yards. Right there, high up in the air, picked it off. Pass intended for number 11, and by that time it was over, gone to the house.
Definitely. And I think everybody was expecting a penalty. Just this is a free pass, and they didn't really necessarily react as fast as they could. And 20 took it to the house.
Torres Hill was the intended receiver on that one.
So.
And then the other 2 was Lewis Williams, of course, and then the Ricky Bingham. We're ready for quarter number 3 right now. It's back to football.
Fantastic.
And this time the Lions will be set to receive, ready to cut this lead from 10, maybe back to 3.
That'd be great.
Possibly.
Hold on to that ball, grind out the clock, run the ball, and score. Coach gives the quarterback the green light. I bet you there's going to be some play-action passing going on off of the running play that they've had so much success with, a little power play. where you just block down with your lineman, you kick out with your running backs, and you have a backside guard pull, and you can get a great play action pass off of that and hit somebody down deep on a post route. That could definitely open up the passing game for the young freshman and give them a little confidence for sure. All right, always like to see the kickers come out with the brightest shoes on the field. You can always tell who the kickers are. Extremely yellow shoes. If there's a power outage, I'm following that guy out of the stadium. Those are some bright shoes. Lions are ready.
Deontay Morrison and Jeremy McDonald set to receive the kick from Brandenburg.
And I saw Brandenburg in pregame. The guy can kick. He's pretty talented. He smashes it out there. All right, stay in.
Morrison's not going to return that. There we go.
Oh, a little after. That's smart. Run off the field. You can see that guy next play. Don't do anything crazy right now. That'll hurt your team. 1st and 10 on the 25. The Lions are going to come out here. I'm hoping to see that 3 running back set and let them just grind out that ball a little bit, control that clock, and great things are going to happen. I'd love to see them get a score on this possession. It's not necessary, but you definitely want to eat as much clock and try to get at least a field goal to break the score a little bit. 2 tight end set. They're in the pistol again. There it is, the zone.
It's Griffin.
He runs hard. I like that kid. He doesn't give up. He's still fighting right now, trying to get as many yards as he possibly can. Misa at linebacker, they just announced. That was one of the guys I was really interested in watching film this week, seeing how he plays the ball. He's got a nose for the ball, and he's not afraid to go out and smack people, that's for sure. Still at a 2 tight end set, pistol formation. I bet you we have a little play action pass here off of that zone play.
Collins,
there he is,
hand it
back.
off. He's going to boot and run with it. He's in trouble. He needs to get rid of that ball
throw
now,
that
and
kid.
he does throw it out of bounds toward the SAGU sideline. Smart play from Collins.
One thing I didn't understand is it looked like all of his receivers were running the different way. I don't know if the running back and he didn't get a little mixed up there. So it had all his 3 receivers running to the left, and he is booting out to the right. 3rd and 7 right here. It'd be a great opportunity. I know those defensive linemen are going to have their ears pinned back and be sprinting up the field. It'd be a great time for a middle screen right now. And the SAGU Lions could get a good 1st down out of it. We haven't seen any screen game out of them. This could be the time. Still 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, pistol set.
Back to pass. Collins airs it out.
Nice.
Got a man in the middle. Pass complete the 40. Down to the 44-yard line. And that is Tyler Jenkins, the tight end.
Ran a
come across the middle.
15-yard in route. It was wide open because they were bringing the house. Looked like every linebacker they had was running in, and that was a beautiful pass. That's going to give that freshman some confidence. Good job,
Michael
Collins.
Wall on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
All right.
Okay, good start if you're the Lions. Ball near
Definitely.
midfield.
Got a tight end and 2 receivers up top.
Collins, quick
pass
pass
to
left.
the tight end.
Caleb Shelley, the big target,
He
into Bulldog territory.
Hey, I think Coach was telling us that at halftime he was going to come out and throw the ball. That's basically what he was saying.
He's not a liar.
Don't be
Frank
afraid to throw
Tristan
the
be
ball.
telling the truth. He is telling the truth. Look at that pinpoint passing. He got a little high again, but he didn't leave him, what'd you say? Let him out to dry. Yeah, didn't leave him high and dry in that one.
Little zone to the right, gets the 1st down even more. Look at him.
Big hole up the middle. James Hopkins good for 10, 12 more yards.
That's
and what
awesome.
happened there is that run was set up by the 2 passes before.
Definitely. In that zone, look at those big old linemen just chunking people around, driving their feet. Hopkins didn't give up on the play. That was an amazing football play. They're grinding the clock out. 2 minutes into this quarter, they're marching down the field. This is exactly what I thought they needed to do.
Mitchell, Grimes, and company. Now
Zone
around the
play to the right.
outside.
That's a big play.
It's Hopkins.
Protect the ball.
Still on his feet.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
Fumble. It may be out of bounds.
I think it's a turnover.
It is not out of bounds. Bulldogs grab it just before they roll out of bounds. Here it is again.
Once you get into
costly
traffic,
turnover.
You get in traffic right now, he should have 2 hands on that ball Oh, mercy. That hurts. The Lions were marching down. Now, the positive in all this, I know it is no fun to turn the ball over, but the positive is they were able to drive the ball down. The offense knows that they can do it. Collins knows he can throw now, so they just need a big stop on defense and get the ball back.
Trenton White sends a man in motion. A pitch to the man in
motion.
Nice
hits, gobbled it up.
Nowhere. Hello.
No.
Jeff Howarth snuffs it out before it could ever develop. Look at Howarth coming out of nowhere right there.
Fantastic.
The linebacker.
He wraps up. He drives them into the ground. That was beautiful. They sniffed that out right in the beginning. I bet you Coach Allen talked about that, put it on the board at halftime. And they took care of business right there. That was a great play.
The transfer from Northwest Missouri State, making his presence felt early in the third quarter.
I played Northwest Missouri State when I was in college. That's a good program. Ooh.
Pass complete, 25-yard
Tackle, wrap
line.
him up. There we go.
And that's Ethan Eastwood, a gain of about 7.
There was great pursuit there by the secondary and the linebackers to get on this play. A little in route, the outside receiver, and he is quickly wrapped up and tackled. A little swing pass. Watch out for Burrell. All right.
Eastwood again on the tackle.
It's going to be 4th and short.
And Eastwood's fired up.
Excited.
Look out. Katie barred the door. Look out. He's coming.
Big boy is pumped.
Dion Barnes on the reception. In fact, he caught the last one. Those two players have both been involved in the last 2 plays.
That's fantastic.
We've got to bring out the punting unit, and look at the sideline right there. They are fired up.
Pumped.
There you see.
And the great thing is this
Horace Williams and company.
4th down is exactly what they needed to do. They need to get this ball, hold on to it a good 3 to 5 minutes and score. Grind up that clock and show these Bulldogs that the Lions are not afraid to play some football. What a nice night in Waxahachie, Texas. How lucky are we?
Here's the punt from Brandenburg. Not a good one.
Get away from it, guys. Get away from it.
But a friendly roll by the Bulldogs inside the 10, 8.
Oh, mercy.
Wow. It's still rolling.
Like
it stops at the 7-yard line.
200-yard punt,
I think he was about at the 20-yard line, so that's pretty close.
Goodness gracious.
We're going to call that 30, 40, 50, 60, 72-yard punt.
I tell you what, it hit the ground at least 40 and rolled 30 yards. That was a nice punt. That's going to help his average for the season, that's for sure.
So the Lions are pinned deep for their second possession of the third quarter. But like you said, I did also like that first offensive series. Didn't end like you wanted it to, but proved they can move the ball in the air and on the ground, costly fumble, stop that possession, but let's see if we can get it going again here. Look at that roll, just end over end.
Mercy. 2 tight ends set. Back with 2 receivers, back in the pistol.
McDonald, bottom of your screen.
There's some room up top. They can hook that defensive end. There's a lot of room up top. They're running right inside.
Instead, the give is up the middle. I think it's Griffin. I checked it. That's Hopkins on the carry. Where's number 4?
I know Collins. I don't know if Coach might have saw this in the press box, but when he handed that ball off and he booted away from the play, there was nobody responsible for the quarterback. They could easily, I wouldn't do it necessarily right here this deep in my territory, but they could easily run a little naked boot to where he could run or throw the ball
around the left side. Absolutely.
The left side.
Dylan Moore, wide out, top of your screen. McDonald, bottom right.
Good
Look
pass
for McDonald.
Protection. What a
nice
great
pass and a reception. What a grab
First
from number
down.
1. The number 1 receiver. Where's number 1?
Definitely a 10-yard out. Look at him break down.
Absolutely.
Get his hips underneath him and catch the ball running out bounds.
That's stopping. You call it stopping speed. I mean, full speed and stop on a dime to get that little cushion from the cornerback. If the timing's right, the ball's there when you turn. That's what happened.
Exactly. Dropped on a dime and gave him 9 cents change. That was beautiful. Back to that pistol set, running that zone again. Look at him crunching for some yards. I like that. About 3-yard gain, but they're running the clock right now. That's beautiful. Hold on to the ball. Once you get in there,
again.
2 hands are on the ball. If y'all see that right now,
Smith.
that is perfect.
That's Eric Smith.
You get in traffic, you protect that football. About 2nd and 7 right now.
Smith out of Trinity High School in Euless, a big 5A program.
Big time.
In the Dallas area, junior.
They can do that haka dance out there. Big boys. All right, back to that. That's a mental mistake.
A little scuffle at the line, and we'll see which way it goes.
It's going to go against SAGU. I don't know what took the linesman so long to throw his flag, but looks like the right guard jumped off just a little bit early.
False start, offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. It remains second down.
Mitchell Grimes whistled.
Mitchell was
flagged.
a little excited. He jumped a little early. He was ready to fire off and hit somebody.
McKinney North High School product.
2nd and 11 right now.
330 pounds. You want some of that,
Well,
Brian? I don't think so.
I don't. And once he gets started, it's hard to pull back. So, counter play. One of the best plays in football. Block down, kick out with 2 pulling linemen. Those TLU Bulldogs sniffed it out real quick. But there's a good opportunity to run a play-action play off that look.
Eric Smith on the carry.
They gobbled it up pretty quick.
Pick up of another
There's
3 or 4
just
yards.
not enough line movement. The big boys up front for SAGU did not push them back deep enough. And if you don't get movement off the line of scrimmage, counter play won't work. All right, 3rd and long, 3rd and 9.
Ethan Powell in the tackle.
Remember the last time they were in this formation, the big tight end got the ball? I wonder if they're going to throw it to him again.
He's squirting out to the left.
There he is. Throw it right to him.
You called it. You called it.
That was a little
Profit.
sprint out pass.
Brian Garrison, Caleb Shelley came off the left side. You saw him. There he is. Look at the top of your screen.
Little sprint out
Lost
pass
no
right
one.
there.
Finds the little soft spot in the zone,
Little
and
out
there it
route.
is.
That was beautiful. Great thing is clock is running. They're gobbling up yards. Come back here with a little run. Maybe even first down. Be a good time for a play-action pass.
Nice little curl route from Shelley. 10-yard curl, and he was there, and Collins was just waiting for him.
3 in the backfield. Look at those monsters they got in at fullback. Big old
Careful.
joker.
Hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball.
That's a big
Down
old
to the
70,
31.
76, I think they have in the backfield. Looks like he's getting up a little bit slow. He's hobbling a little bit. He's tapping his helmet. He's got to go out.
Griffin on the carry. Will bring up 2nd down and 8.
All right.
With 8:34 remaining in quarter number 3. No score yet here in the second half.
Well, they're bringing Caleb and the receivers back in. I bet you it's a good opportunity to throw the ball.
McDonald
right
will come out. Dylan Moore, number 14, will step in.
Defense is putting their hands on their hips. They're a little tired right now. The
Brewster.
two tight end set right here in the pistol.
Brewster up top. He has a touchdown.
Nice.
Looking for Brewster. Got him. Spins. Turns. Still on his feet. Got the first down and more.
They're giving him way too much cushion up top. They got get a little bit tighter on them. And when they roll down and get a little bit tighter on them, that's when you'll have a double move and they'll run right by them. That was a beautiful pass.
Stay on his feet. Keep grinding those knees, right?
Yes, and protecting the football. That's good stuff. Very good stuff. All right, we got first down.
Brewster's from El Paso.
That's a
6 foot, 190-pounder from out west.
And the great thing is the clock's still running, and that's helping the Lions, keeping those guys off the field on the other sideline.
Tyler Jenkins in the slot.
Stretch play.
It's Hopkins in trouble, and he is
in trouble.
He is wrestled to the ground for a 2-yard loss.
Thankfully, he held on the ball. Look at all this penetration by the Bulldogs. That's not good.
It was right there.
If you're going to try to run outside, you've got to get a push with your offensive line. And 44 just came in and smashed him.
That may have been Brian Doolittle.
Brian Doolittle.
Number 90, 96, Doolittle.
96 was there. 44 was there. That was fantastic. That's Joey Miza, one of the guys I was watching on film this week.
Here's your defensive end, 96 on the left side. Watch him. He's fast.
He can run.
I mentioned him in pregame.
2nd and 11. Running the ball again on that left side. There's something they're seeing.
Pushing the pile forward down near the 45-yard line.
They're grinding the clock. Oh, no, I think
Griffin.
TLU might have somebody down. Looks like Joey Miza, number 44, is coming up a little bit slow. He's getting replaced by 32 on defense, and that's Tyrese Van Buren, a sophomore, 6'1", 195. See if they try to pick on Tyrese right now. It's a great time to throw the ball to throw to Caleb. Tyrese or one of those linebackers will be guarding them.
Does Collins pick up on that? We'll see if he goes for number 32.
In route, throw it to him. Ooh, thrown up top. He just threw it right over that cat's head. He caught it. Oh,
out of bounds.
Said he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
What a precise throw.
Jordan Sims, he's already picked one and returned it for 18 yards for a touchdown and had that one in his hands. Unfortunately, ran out of real estate. Look at this pass again.
I'll tell you what, he
up in the air.
That was a great defensive play.
It looks like Brewster had it.
Caught it, and it just landed out of bounds.
Had that ball, and Sims stole it.
He did.
Right out of his hands.
Thankfully, it was out of bounds.
Yeah.
All right, they gotta get a good punt here and pin them deep. I know they haven't scored yet, but I believe them grinding the clock and the quick defensive stop. I think the SAGU Lions are in good shape right now.
I think they've had maybe 1 or 2 3-and-outs all game. I don't recall how many, but it's not been a lot.
Right.
There have been a lot of sustained drives here. And I like that from the Lions to just keep that clock working, stay in the game, keep the score as low as possible.
Definitely.
And you never know, fourth quarter, crazy things can happen.
Last time the punter was out there, the ball almost went over his head. I bet you they've been practicing on the sideline. Got to keep that ball down.
Chris Dearn stands at the 26-yard line.
Oh, not
that's
that
a low
far
snap. Able to get it
down.
away.
Oh,
And that's
what a
good
kick.
one. That's a good one. Fair catch called.
Oh, he dropped it. Ah. Every once in a while, in the old days of coaching, that's when you holler out, drop it, and every once in a while it works. I didn't want to holler into the people's ears at home.
They can hear you from up here. I'll tell you, you got quite the voice.
Well, I'm trying to get these Lions fired up. I tell you this, the Bulldogs, if they can get that ball to Misa, or I hadn't seen them really throwing any screen passes this game, but once or maybe twice. I think it's good time to see the screen pass and just try to run the ball down and see if Burrow can do it.
They need to get him on track. He's been really quiet all game long. Just
how spread these guys are out here. I think they're trying to run the ball.
There's Burrow.
Wrap him up. He is so shifty. Oh, no, he's gone.
You said it. You said it
pregame.
He's gone.
Wrap it up.
30, 20.
You're not going to catch him.
Not going to catch him.
Oh, don't
touchdown,
showboat.
Bulldogs.
Don't showboat. Just go in and pretend like you've done it before.
And Burrow looked like he was wrapped up about 3 times and wouldn't go down. You said in pregame, anytime he touched the ball, he could score.
You got to have multiple hands on him.
1, 2, 3, 4
missed tackles.
4 at least missed touches, and he is gone to the house.
That kid can play now, and that one run right there, I think was close to maybe putting him over 100 yards. Don't run on the field now, or you're going to get a penalty, buddy. All right. Well, it's time to regroup. It's time for the offense. They really need to score this time of possession. I'm not going to say that it's dire straits yet, but they need to score and do something positive.
Well, we'll take a quick commercial break here. Lions now down 17, 31-14 in favor of the Bulldogs. You're watching SAGU Sports Network. We'll be right back. Marquise Burrell just upped his average, Brian, from 2.8 per rush to about 10 yards per rush. He went from 25 yards to 98 yards just like that rushing on the night. And you said it in pregame a few moments ago. Also, you've been reiterating it. This kid can flat out play.
He can play. A little big man is hard. Little guys are hard to tackle because they're so elusive. Looks like this can be kicked out of bounds. Oh, you better get on it just in case. Yeah, they're so elusive. You got to have numerous guys hitting little running backs because they can squirt out of anything. They're so close to the ground that they can get out of most tackles. So you got to hit and wrap up and hope you have a couple friends
Kickoff, out of bounds,
come and hit them.
We'll place the football at the 35-yard line. First and 10.
Of course, you came out of the womb at 5'4", so you can't really relate. You're like what are you, 6'11"?
I'm a little bit taller than big number 78.
I need to wear a stool for next time for our pregame show. I feel like so small.
Either that or I'll take a
note.
knee or something. Who knows? If I take a knee, we might be close.
Well, quick break of the action. Let's go down now to the field or the stands. Where are you, Adam Ferguson? Take it away.
Thanks, Rob. I'm here with the two responsible for any cowbells or drum beats you hear at the SAGU Lions games, Mrs. Vicky Shelley and Mr. David Shelley. Now, I know you guys come to all the home and away games. What's your favorite part about the SAGU football program?
I would say the integrity. I would say when you talk to the students, they're very respectful. I love the fact this year that the fans are getting involved and our team is getting pumped up. And so I'm excited to be a part of it.
Now, Mr. Shelley, your son is number 88, the junior tight end on the football team. What's it like to come out every week and watch your son play collegiate football?
It's an honor to watch him play, because I know his heart and to play at this level, and his desire is to play here at SAGU.
That's all I have for them. Thank you, Rob. Back to you.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Shelley's. As you see, a running back wrapped up for a 2-yard loss. It's Hopkins.
Well, while we were away, the first play they did that zone naked boot offer. That's something we talked about earlier, and they tried to throw to Caleb while they were talking to his parents in the stands. They almost threw to their son, and it would have been a big play. And then right there, trying to run the zone off to the right side, the TLU defense was all over it, having none of that. 3rd and long for the freshman right now. We need a big play to happen for the Lions.
Playing up tight at the top of your screen. Pass down the right side.
Beautiful
scooped
pass.
it. Did he come down with it?
He
did, and that's Jeremy McDonald. First down Lions. Ball marked near the 47-yard line. We'll move the chains.
And sometimes you don't have to home run shot a defense and just throw a fade every time. Throw a little curl route right here. Break down, actually a little out route. They've had a whole lot of success with that, because the defense has been backing way up on those routes because they're thinking the fade's coming. A lot of success. It was a great play.
That ball was in the air before McDonald turned. Quick
power play.
Quick handoff to Hopkins.
Oh, Mercy, big old 79 was pulling right there.
There's Doolittle again, 96, 94, Daniel Brinson.
He missed a block that allowed them to come in. Got to get movement. If you're going to try to run that power game like they've had success early, you got to have movement with your offensive line.
Darian Candler, the linebacker, with the first hit.
Darian's a ball player now. That's good stuff. All right, 2nd and 10. Looks like they're still 2 in the backfield.
2 set up top, 2 in the backfield. Jenkins by himself on the right
shovel
side.
Pass, maybe? I think that was a screen pass.
That was just a busted play that went bad real quick. Here it is again.
It did. Looks like a little screen pass.
He was trying to hit Ricky.
Down to Ricky, yeah.
He's trying to hit Ricky Bickham, who has 1 score in the night already. But, boy, that Bulldog line was just right there waiting on it and just deflected it into the ground.
It's a good opportunity now to keep running that 10-yard out route. It's been successful all night long. Over down here to number 1 for Jeremy McDonald, big old senior. They tightened down on him now. It's going to be tough to get.
Sims will back up. He's looking for Dylan Moore.
Out route. Oh, he hung him out to dry again. Got to bring that down, a little more precision on that pass.
Brewster, intended receiver. Dangerous pass. For 2 reasons. 1, you're putting Brewster at risk. And number 2, if it was tipped as it was, it could have been picked off by the free safety hanging around behind him.
Definitely. 4 minutes left in this quarter. Got another punt here for the Lions. Got to pin them deep right here, and defense needs to make some big plays for them. Confidence right now on the sideline. A little concerned about Collins. I want him to continue to keep battling. He's doing well. If he gets his passes down, he could have a whole lot more completions. You know, good things are going to happen to him if he keeps working hard. Great punt.
Booming punt.
Oh, he can drop that one.
20.
Oh, he got smashed. And I think he dropped it.
Maybe a fumble. The Lions may come up with it.
Holy cow.
We're waiting for a decision.
Oh, that was a...
I think they're going to keep it. Yeah, they're going to keep it with the Bulldogs.
Goodness gracious, what a smash.
That ball was loose, Brian.
Oh, I think it was. I wish we could have seen that back just a little bit further. He got smacked. Oh, they were trying to help me out there. Number 5. Oh, look at this. Snap, crackle, pop, whack. That was beautiful.
There's the hit.
And the fumble.
Here's the fumble.
Come on, jump on it. Oh, that would have been a turning point right there.
31 was close to, but I believe it was 85 who came up with it. 86 possibly?
Maybe.
Connor Baird. Connor Baird. There he is walking off the screen, the top left of your screen. Connor Baird just saved the day for the Bulldogs.
They did. Definitely did. Ball control. That's one thing we talked about with the Bulldogs. They can turn it over in a heartbeat. And they've shown it tonight. They were lucky to get that one back.
1st and 10 from the 17.
Oh,
Trenton White.
They faked it this time.
Back to pass.
Interception. They faked that. Oh, ran into Coach Gotting on the sideline. He was pretty nimble to get out of the way there.
Trevor Van Kempen was near the ball.
They faked that little pitch in the front. Oh, play action pass. I don't know how much of a fake it was with big number 78 going back in pass protection. Maybe that was Coach Allen, the shifty moves right there.
And Van Kempen just kept his eyes on the quarterback the whole time. You're taught as a linebacker, follow the quarterback's eyes. That's what he did.
Watch Burrell getting the ball here.
And it worked. Burrell.
Tackling.
Behind, look at that big offensive line,
Lord,
and he's still on his feet and wrapped up and pulled to the ground.
But he was hit initially.
Etheridge Brooks.
With a little gain to no gain, and he just twists out of it. He's a tough little dude. If you can run that close, he's so short, he's running that close to the ground. He's got leverage on these taller guys, and he's able to carry them and twist out of it. That was an incredible run. I coached a kid numerous years ago, about 5'4", 150 pounds for 3 years. He went over 3,000 yards rushing. I know little guys are pretty tough.
Here comes a blitz from Howarth. Blitz is picked up by the Bulldogs.
Right. They sniffed it out there. This is going to be close. I think he got the first down, a little zone play off to the right. They got just enough movement on the defensive line of SAGU. He's running out of the field.
And Ethan.
Burrell's leaving the field, but the thing is it doesn't matter. Saucedo's had such a great night also. Might hand him the ball. Looks like a two tight end set.
3:13 and counting.
Off to Saucedo.
He's got a touchdown tonight.
He does.
Going nowhere. Is Saucedo wrapped up?
Try to run in the zone to the right side of the defense, and it's clogged up, and he had to break back outside. Look at those linemen. That's how you wrap up multiple guys on the ball. That's what they need to do with number 5. All right, they're spread them out with
passing down situation, 2nd and 7. Although, you know, you could run. You've seen that success before, but likely a pass. They'll give it to Saucedo instead, and he may have the first down. It's going to be real close, maybe 1 yard short.
One thing that I love to do when I used to call plays when I was coaching is if you can spread a defense out with your sets, like they're doing right now, how wide some of these receivers are, you can have running lanes for your running backs. So they had 2 receivers up top and 2 receivers down low, and they were all spread out, and he just ran the zone or a little stretch play off to the right. All you got to do is hook the defensive end.
If your lineman's sealed, it's an easy 5.
Exactly. I think you've coached a little bit of football in your day. You got some terminology going on. I like that.
We got a guy on the ground here right now. I think that's that's Matt Leiter. No,
looks like they're holding
it's actually Mason Guidry.
They're holding his ankle there, so I'm hoping it's a cramp. They're pushing his toe towards his body, so I think it's a calf cramp. He'll be back. He just needs to get some more electrolytes in him. And one thing that we always drank when I was a little bit younger was pickle juice, and I tell you what, that is some nasty stuff, but I didn't one time have a cramp. I promise you, Rob, it works.
I want to comment on that, but I'm afraid to. I'm going to just let that one slide.
I guarantee it works.
He's walking off. Mason is okay.
Potassium and bananas. You need to eat bananas. Young people at home watching this, eat bananas. Drink a lot of Gatorade before a game, or you'll cramp up. Hey, pickle juice. You ever had fried pickles, Rob? It's good stuff. Big guys like to talk about food.
I'm afraid to even go there because I'll get in trouble.
You got to go to work one day.
Cisco High School product. Mason Guidry's fine. He's out of Rising Star, Texas.
2 tight end set. They're going to run the ball right at the Lions here. Little zone, come downhill, smash.
Oh, wow, the Lions are waiting for him.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be really close.
I love that hit.
And look who's right there, Deontay Morrison.
Yes. Look at him come downhill, smashed him. Multiple people on the tackle. That is what needs to happen.
The free safety. Finding the wedge, finding the hole, guessing right.
Unfortunately, they got a first down, but I loved how numerous guys were there to make a play and tackle. They need to do that to Burrell when he comes out on the field. Coach Padron is pretty happy with the lead he's got. I think he's just trying to run as much clock as possible to protect his lead. They're going to run zone again. Look at those receivers spread way out. Open up running lanes.
And
33.
it's Jeff Howarth.
Jeff is there for a big-time hit.
At the point of attack, Eastwood right behind him.
And don't be surprised if they don't fake that zone again and come back with a play-action pass. That was beautiful. Looks like somebody lost a little bit of their shoulder pads on the ground. A rib protector or something's on the back flap.
Yellow.
All right.
They're going to.
2nd and about 7.
They call it 2nd and 7, 1:20 and clicking. Lions need to get this ball back. Maybe how about a pick, an interception?
Yep. Here we
Back
go.
to
Play action
pass.
pass.
It's White. He's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Lets it fly. Pass complete, the 39-yard line.
When they stack those receivers up top, right, one behind each other, that's really tough for a defensive secondary to have to deal with.
Deion
They're getting on the ball fast here. I know we're trying to do a replay, but looks like they were getting on the ball fast.
Barnes with the catch.
Yep, and the
39.
thing is
reset the game clock to 103. 103.
Yeah, those 6 seconds are really going to matter here. That curl, I tell you, was wide open there. But the thing is, they had enough pressure with the defensive alignment. They just could have gotten one hand on him. Could have been an overthrow. 1st and 10, a minute and 3 left.
Let's see if Forrest Williams and company can make a stop here. Williams.
There he is.
Well, that's going to
Burrell's
be a real good run for Burrell. Now, Marquise Burrell.
You gotta hit him quick, and you got to bring your whole defense with you. Running the zone. Look at a big old number 78. Big Matt is just shoving people around. I think Burrell got about 9 yards on that carry. He is
so shifty.
He's right on the ground, hammering his knees off the turf, it looks like, and just moving forward.
And it's White, play action.
Hit him. All right. Both receivers were stacked behind each other on both sides. It looked like they were trying to fake a little hitch and go there, maybe to the backside guy and trying to get a big play. 25 seconds left. I don't know if I just don't try to get my first down here. That was a pretty good call. 2nd and short. You're trying for a quick home run shot while the defense is thinking run. So.
And you've got the win at your back still for 25 more seconds if you're TLU.
Yep, that wind's gusting. Little zone play right up the middle. We got a first down. Oh, flag. Maybe a hold. It's a perfect place for the hold to be called.
PJ Helou.
I think PJ.
On the tackle.
PJ's from Trinity, too.
He is from Trinity High School. That's correct. And all of his hair is from Trinity High School as well. He hasn't cut his hair since the 3rd grade.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 92. That's a 15-yard penalty, half the distance, to the goal, automatic, first down.
That's something
we'll start the clock on my ready.
You definitely don't want to do. With 19 seconds, Padron really doesn't have to run a play if he doesn't want to. The clock could run out here. And look, it looks like they're signaling something. I don't know if they don't try to swing it out the backfield to number 5 there. He's had a ball game, that's for sure. All right, spread set again. They're trying to move the Lions out of the box.
One more score here would make it really, really tough on the Lions.
There it is, the little
White
bubble pass.
To Burrell, still on his feet.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is amazing.
Stays on his feet, jumps over somebody, tries to get past to the 10-yard line, but there is a flag.
And I know I keep saying it. He is so close to the ground being short. His center of gravity is low, and you can't tackle a guy. You can't just hit him and think he's going to fall down. He gets hit, and then he puts his hand on the ground. Watch this.
Watch this. He just spins right out of trouble.
Boom, got hit by his own guy, put his hand on the ground. That's an athlete. They are lucky to have that
holding,
guy at that school.
Offense, number 23.
Okay, a holding call against the Bulldogs.
The run.
Put them back.
And replay first down. We'll start the clock on my ready.
20-yard line.
He should
5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And, boy, if you get home to a field goal, you feel like you have a chance. But, boy, another touchdown here just may put things out of reach here.
Really unsure why he's trying to run a play right here. I'd go into 4th quarter. There we go.
There it is, end of the 3rd quarter.
Now, that was a big-time penalty. We talked about earlier how TLU averages about 100 yards per game in penalties. That was a costly one because instead of 2nd and maybe 7 or 6, it's going to be 1st and long. So
we'll take a quick commercial break here. As we head to the 4th quarter, Lions down 17, 31-14. You're watching SAGU Sports Network. We'll be right back. Come back to Lumpkin Stadium here in Waxahachie, Texas. We've not seen a whole lot of Vinique Benton. He wears number 3. He played quarterback on this field, Brian, as a Waxahachie High School Indian in his high school days, and just stayed at home.
Definitely.
Probably goes home every weekend.
to get his laundry done.
To get his laundry done or whatever, but He's a gifted player. Played quarterback, listed as a wide receiver for Coach Jesse Godding. We may see him more later on in the season. As here is Trenton White. Back to pass inside, tipped up, away, up in the air, and on the ground, harmless. Bring up second down and 17.
I don't know. You got a good thing going with your running game. I don't know if you just don't try to grind it out and break the spirit of the Lions, but they're trying to throw the ball. And I tell you, if they get a turnover here and the Lions get a quick score, they're back in this game. So Lions need to get a quick hold here and try to get a quick score and only be 10 points behind. There's good opportunity here with second and long.
White in the pistol. Claps it.
Oh,
for the snap.
Oh, mercy.
Pass complete up the middle.
I thought that was the interception right there.
And it's Caleb Oliver on the reception, the sophomore from Pearland, Texas.
There was good defense right there. He was right there to make the play and just slipped by him. A little quick in route to the outside receiver. And look at him protect that football as soon as he gets close to being hit.
Some third quarter stats. Lions still lead in the first down category, ironically enough. Passing yards are catching up, 217 to 144. Rushing yards with that big run by Burrell, they're now taking the lead, 182 to 131 in rushing yards. And there's Burrell again on cue, still on his feet. He spins around down to the 5-yard line. Tack on a few more yards of that.
Fourth
stat
and short.
total.
Got a decision to make. I bet you looks like they're going to kick the ball.
And now time of possession, you mentioned it was a big advantage for SAGU by the end of the first half. Now you're seeing the Bulldogs catch up. We're now at 24 minutes for TLU, 28 and change for the Lions. So Bulldogs beginning to have their way, imposing their will on the Lions.
Definitely, and there's a good opportunity here to get a block. SAGU has been very close numerous times on PATs getting blocks. There could be a good chance here on the outside.
Brandenburg, kick is up, and it is good. He rifles it through and extends the lead to 20 for the Bulldogs.
All right, 20-point lead. This is really the time for the Lions to get a score. This is a must possession to get a score here to continue to stay in the game. I love that these kids are fighting and they're not giving up at all. And they're bringing the hat on defense. They're just, right now, the Bulldogs got the number of the Lions for sure, but good things can happen anytime. Good things can happen.
Burrell is now at 129 yards, and we talked about it a moment ago. He's averaging 9.9 an attempt. He's long. Check that. We were wrong. It was 83, not 73. I stand corrected. So 13 rushes, 129 yards.
And he had less than 30 yards in the first half.
26 yards at halftime. Just exploded.
He did. Anytime he touches the ball, he can score. I can see why the kid's been the 3-time player of the week. And he has, what'd you say he has? He's at 700 yards for the season in rushing. And he's only played 4 games, 700 yards. And it's not just him. They can throw the ball. They can hand it to Saucedo also, and their quarterback can run. He's a tough runner too. So
he keeps this up. He may be in the running for the NCAA Division II Player of the Year honors. We'll have to keep an eye on that as the season unfolds. But he's definitely a gifted running back for these Bulldogs out of Seguin, Texas. Fielded at the 4. It's McDonald.
Oh, here we go.
Still on his feet.
Nice.
He's pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Got a little wall set up to the right side. He slips up the sideline. He's protecting the ball. I like that. You always want to keep the ball on the outside arm closest to the sideline just in case you do fumble, it'll go out of bounds. Right. So he's definitely been taught up probably when he was a junior high player on up through high school to protect that football.
Total net yards, 399 for the Bulldogs, 275 through the third quarter for the Lions. Total offensive plays. SAGU's got 10 more offensive plays, though, than the Bulldogs, 62 to 52, Brian.
2 tight end set. Let's see what the Lions can do.
He's got a man isolated. Dylan Moore went up for it over Jordan Sims. And neither came down with it.
And they've had so much success with running, faking the fade and running a little comeback route I'm not sure why.
It looks like he turned into a defender. Yeah. Moore was just trying to bat the ball away at that point.
I don't know if they just think they could have outran him there, but I still think that comeback route's going to be there.
Well, there's Sims again on Moore. Bottom of your screen.
What's going on, referee? Let's put it in play.
Both are seniors, both experienced players for their teams. Instead, it's going to be a run up the middle for little to no gain.
Looks like the play side tight end's basing out, and everybody else is blocking down, and they're just pulling that backside guard to pull. Hopefully he'll get up. It looks like somebody's hurt.
Smith is down.
That's not good. Hopefully it is.
You know, when you got about 1,000 pounds of opposing force against you, and a few of your own guys in there in the scrum, things can get twisted, turned around, and it would look like a harmless play.
Right.
You just never know what can happen.
I'm hoping he just lost his breath or something like that. Hopefully he'll get up pretty quick.
That's why my career ended in 8th grade. Yeah.
I bet you were an all-star.
Yeah, I was all-world until I realized I was out of my league. Here's some remaining football games. You see the next 3 we'll have for you here on the SAGU Sports Network. Oklahoma Baptist in town next Saturday, 2 p.m. And then it's Wayland Baptist. Austin College, the Roos are here October 18th. All 2 p.m. starts. So we'll be back for our final home game of the season, November 15th, another 2 p.m. kickoff against Texas College.
Oh, this is concerning. If he's down this long, it's a little bit more than just him out of breath. I know that SAGU's got a great training staff, and I know one of my friends is coming down to help today, Jeroy Carpenter, who used to be a trainer here. He's helping out also, so they're in some great hands. SAGU's medical staff's pretty good.
Looking at some more stats, Ethan Eastwood now is up to 10 tackles on the night, 7 unassisted. Jeff Howarth, the linebacker, he's got 6.
Oklahoma Baptist, who's coming in next week, is 3-1. That's going to be a tough challenge, but I think the Lions are going to be up for it for sure.
Bacone, always a tough match. That was a thriller a couple of years ago, Bacone at SAGU, where we played that ball game at your school, Midlothian High School.
I saw some highlights. It was a beautiful stadium in Midlothian.
Yeah, you work there. You should know. Arizona Christian, they are a member, hopefully one day a full member. Their scores don't really count in the standings, but they're already 2 wins on the season. They beat an Air Force JV team a few weeks ago. So congratulations to Arizona Christian as they're on their way. As you see there, they are a provisional member of the CSFL. Langston's always tough. Wayland Baptist right there. Lions need to get a win soon when they begin CSFL league play next Saturday. That's when it really begins to count.
Definitely. Well, it looks like players' parents on the field. I'm a little concerned. Coach Godding's over there. So
you hate to see that happen when a player
definitely not
is really not even. He did move from his belly to his back.
Yes, and he's sitting up here right now. That's a good sign. And if they're taking his helmet off, then it's not anything with his neck, which is critical. That's great.
You see Peter Okoric at number 67 right by his buddy's side. Has not left him since Smith went down.
And I'll tell you, the guys on both sidelines are on a knee. That's classy by both teams. They're concerned for their teammate, and they're also concerned with the opposing player. I don't know if they're going to bring a stretcher out or not. It looks like the paramedics are leaving.
Let's take a quick break here in the action, and we'll be back in a few minutes here. You're watching SAGU football on the SAGU Sports Network. We are back here at Lumpkin Stadium, and not much has happened since we left you. They do have a stretcher out now. As you see there, they've got Eric Smith secured, and they are going to wheel him off as you hear the crowd give their applause. He's got his pads off and everything, so this is
and the great thing is he was sitting up, he was moving his arms, and he was moving his head. That is something you definitely want to see as a fan and as a parent. So I'm thankful that he's coming off the field, and they're going to take good care of him, that's for sure.
Well, you mentioned the great trainer staff that we have here at SAGU, and they did their job right on cue as they're supposed to. Good to have local paramedic, Waxahachie officials here as well to help that process.
For sure. And I hope we hear back on his status before this game's over with. Definitely.
Well, we are back to live action after about a 5 to 8 minute break in the action, maybe closer to 10.
Well,
13:55 remaining in the ball game.
Little screen pass here. Oh, he just tossed it right in the middle of some
about 4
defenders.
or 5 players could have caught that.
Oh, mercy. We're live and we're doing the game and doing it right here, so that's awesome.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We're all over the place.
Omnipresent. 4th and.
I've finally been cloned. I've been asking for this for decades.
Oh, wow. That's good stuff.
Uh-huh. I like that.
It's incredible. 4th and 11 here. We're gonna have our the punters back out. I'm hoping maybe
Chris Deeren.
Oh, good. They're back on the game.
On the punt.
Very good. High punt. There's good opportunity for that to go out of bounds. It did. All right. If I was Coach Padron, I definitely would be running the football to try to run this clock out, hop on our bus and get back to Seguin before it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
I think it's close to San Antonio area.
It is.
They're nearabouts.
It's a pretty place down there, pretty campus. Not as nice as the SAGU.
Campos? Did you say Campos?
Hey, Camposanos. It's a great campus.
Camposanos is a good place to eat. Yeah, but I think they have fried pickles at Camposanos.
Hey, if you haven't eaten fried pickles, then you have not lived.
I wasn't going to go there. I did. Brought up food.
All right, 2-back set. Which they
Trenton White collapsed it to action. Quick pass, the right side, complete near the 40, dragged out of bounds. Is number 23, Lewis Williams. He's got 1 touchdown already on the night. That came back way back in the second quarter. With 7:18 left.
They fooled me. I thought they were running the zone, and I think they fooled the defense. They were a little bit too far off the ball right there, and
caught Williams in the flat.
Young man in the flat did well.
Bring up 2nd and 4. 12:35 remaining.
Still got 2 in the backfield. 2 receivers up top. Looks like they're manning up those receivers up top. I bet you great opportunity to run the football right at the Lions. It's that zone play. They just did the play action.
Saucedo scampers forward to the 45, maybe 46-yard line. It's going to be good for a 1st down for Texas Lutheran.
Off the left side, just run that zone play. Looks like that actually looked like that power play that SAGU's been playing. They're blocking down, kicking out their fullback. He squirted through there. He scampered. I love that word.
There you go. Single setback. It's Saucedo. I haven't seen Burrell for a while in this possession. It's Saucedo around the right side. He's got running room in the open field. Pushed out of bounds at the 40 by Eastwood.
He's not
Saucedo having a good night.
He's not as explosive as Burrell, but I tell you,
efficient.
He's very efficient. Run the little stretch play off to the right, protecting the
protect that football.
And see how he put the football closest to the sideline. That kid's been coached. Burrell's back on the field. They got 1-2 punch with both of those kids.
You ain't kidding.
They're salty. Definitely. They can play.
Under 12. Bulldogs up 20, looking to make it 23, maybe 27. Their average margin of victory has been 33 points against these Lions the last
defensive line is starting to get tired. They're getting pushed back pretty easily. Look at that sportsmanship.
You see Eastwood just with one hand, it looked like, just picked up the diminutive Burrell. The show of sportsmanship. Show of respect.
Definitely. Still 2 in the backfield. Play action pass time, I would think. Nope, no play action pass, just straight out throwing the ball. A little out route to the number 2 receiver.
Pass complete.
Protects the ball, gets upfield. Probably about 7 or 8 yard gain. A little flag action on the field.
J.B. Brown on the reception.
I don't know. Might have been a face mask on top of it.
Personal foul,
Oh, no.
face mask,
Yep.
defense number 16. Half the distance is goal from the end of the run, first down.
Now it's going to tack on another 11 yards.
It's the second one tonight, though. That's tough. When you give up 15-yard penalties, that's just free yardage.
Look, here it is again.
Oh,
Eastwood just
Eastwood
yanks
helping him up. That was
Yanks
nice.
up. Never seen that before.
Nope.
Get back to the huddle.
All right, 2 in the back.
You played well tonight.
Motion set. I bet you they run that zone again. Yep. Run the zone back to the right side. No, it's a pass.
In the
They
middle,
fooled
touchdown right through the gut.
me. They
Touchdown,
fooled me.
Bulldogs. It's Caleb Oliver, a 10-yard strike from Trenton White.
That's the thing is they've been running that zone so successfully that look at all those defenders bite on it. And there's nobody on the underneath when he runs that little post route. Usually there are linebackers that are back in their passing zones to get that underneath pass, and they bit on the run, as did I. I thought they were running the football.
Caleb Oliver gets in on the scoring action. 41 points put up by the Bulldogs, and they have put this game out of reach. The Lions look good early, look good near the end of the first half, but it's been all TLU in the third quarter, sparked by that 73 to make it an 83-yard run.
That could have been the play of the game.
From Burrell. It is the play of the game. Now you tack on a field goal by Brandenburg, another nice strike to Oliver, and the Lions just want to get this game over with. Like you said a few moments ago, maybe get some players who don't play as much, some playing time, maybe let Collins begin to really throw the ball more to test him out. But this game itself is not going to be resulting in a W for the Lions, but you can still take some positives from this fourth quarter.
Well, it's a great time for some game time, learning experience. Anytime you can get some film to watch with your coach is going to be able to coach you and teach you your mistakes. So they're still filming this. People are still watching. So good things are going to happen.
And what's good about this is you're playing against a quality team, so you can gauge yourself against a team that's ranked nationally, number 21 in NCAA Division III. And so
and the Lions have
had
them on the ropes sometimes during this game. It's not like they've just completely obliterated the Lions the entire game. It was only a 10-point game going into half. They've hung tough, and I'm sure they're going to finish tough because that's the type of coach
he
they
might
have.
take this. Yeah, why not? McDonald says, let's try to make something happen. He's got some speed.
Make something happen.
He's out to the 26, so I guess you gain 7 more than you would have if you let it go through the end zone or take a knee.
Right.
I think it's one of those plays where he just wants to make something happen for his team. Maybe
Definitely.
a little frustration, why not? He's had a little head start there, so he took it, protected the ball, got out to the 27-yard line. He'll stay in the field as the #1 receiver for C.J. Collins.
Pretty excited.
What's your
We're
thoughts?
back live again.
We're everywhere. What's been your thoughts on Collins so far, the freshman quarterback? A couple of tough passes with some picks, but overall, not too bad today.
Overall, the first half, I think he was a little nervous, and like Coach told him, you come out and you play, and he gave him the green light, so they gave him an opportunity to throw. I think SAGU's really got a good one in the making here, and he's only a freshman.
I think that's Vinique Benton on the reception. The Waxahachie product.
Little bubble pass off to the left side. The great receiver blocking on the outside. It's basically, that's just an extended run play. I know it's a pass, but that has now become the sweep in college football. You just toss it everywhere, really, even high school football. You toss it outside and let them run. Let your athletes play.
Collins.
A reverse time.
It's Brewster around the outside, cuts upfield 35.
Hold the ball.
Down to the 40, still on his feet.
Yep.
Dragging some defenders down to the 44, maybe 43-yard line. Nice end around from Andres Brewster.
Faking
the pitch.
Faking the speed option to the top side and bringing the receiver right between the quarterback and his pitch man. That was a nice play. Nice play. Gave the Lions a little bit of a spark. Trip set up top.
10-10 and counting. That's right. One man, Dylan Moore in the bottom. And it's
a draw
up
Beautiful.
the middle.
He might
and
score.
It's Ricky is going to run to the house.
Good
Touchdown, Lions!
They've run that bubble screen just enough. They faked the bubble screen to the right, hand the draw off underneath, and Ricky just outran everybody. That was a beautiful play. All linemen are faking pass blocking and basing people out, and Ricky comes underneath. And I think he is definitely, right now, player of the game. Scored 2 times tonight.
Where was
Ricky's
that ball at?
good.
About that. That was about at the 40-yard line. There it is again. About the 35-yard line.
That was a great run right there. There's something positive that's happened. The kids have not given up. They're not backing down. That's good stuff. Let's see if we can maybe see that one more time while we're waiting. Here we go. Big lineman basing out. Great block by number 72. And as soon as he breaks in the wide open, he's gone. Kind of reminds.
A 65-yard run.
He can run. He can run fast. Kind of reminds me of me.
when you were
Rob,
sawing logs last night.
King of comedy.
Well, the lead
SAGU
back
is
to
not
20.
Down to 20. They're not backing down, and if they get a good stop here, their defense, I'd like to see Collins try to take one up top and see if we maybe can make it a little more respectable.
So what set up that big hole in the middle? Was it just Ricky's athleticism, or did you see it was a draw? Obviously, he had trip set right, Dylan Moore down by himself. And was it just the formation?
Great thing is formations a lot of times get a lot of people out of the box, and they've run enough of that bubble pass to that trip set that they saw trip set on the defense, and those linebackers started screaming that way, thinking they could get a big hit, and there goes the draw right past them. That was a great call by Coach.
The lead cut to 20. The Lions, well, do you do an onside kick?
I don't think so. I think they
probably
kick it
not.
deep. Well,
they
know
did.
Better than me. They might get it.
They did.
Well.
And it was really pretty simple to catch right near midfield, and it was by Caleb Oliver, who just had a touchdown a few moments ago. But, you know, it hit my mind as he was about ready to kick off. Why not? You're down 20. There's 10 minutes left.
And they're not giving up. Why not do that? Well, we got a flag on the play.
Maybe they'll re-kick it.
This probably usually means offsides on the kicking team. Getting a little too excited. I don't know.
Offsides, kicking team will add 5 yards from the end of the kick. First down, Texas Lutheran.
That'll put the ball at the 46-yard line for TLU. Looking to go 4-0. Well on their way.
I think it's definitely time to make sure that they get some extra guys some work time and keep their starters safe.
White hands it off. No, he
Another
doesn't.
play.
He faked me out, and now he is got a reception and touchdown. It's Caleb Oliver again, who just scored a moment ago. Just picked up the onside kick attempt, and he is on the board again.
Look at the linebackers bite. Since those linebackers bite, even the outside linebacker bit a little bit, that allows that receiver to get inside on his post route, and that's just it's looking too easy for those guys. You're up by 20 some odd points. I think it's time to run the ball. No more throwing unless you're padding stats. All right.
46-yard touchdown reception. The first play from scrimmage, just 8 seconds.
Here we go.
And that was a muffed PAT.
It was.
Just 8 seconds after Ricky Bickham scored for the Lions, Caleb Oliver returns the favor. But the extra point's no good to keep the score 47-21.
All right, it's time for the Lions to bow their neck up and to keep fighting, keep battling. A long season. It's going to show a lot of their character, them not backing down right now.
Absolutely. And you see right there,
they're still coaching them up.
Jesse Godding
Yep.
and his team just getting people back on the focus track of don't stop, keep working,
That's
keep
right.
working.
And I
Good
know,
things happen to those who work hard.
like you said earlier, I've known Coach Godding since 2006 when I moved in this area, and I coached his kids. He's a great man of character, and he knows his football. It's just had a tough night tonight going against the Bulldogs, but his kids won't stop fighting, and they won't back down.
Well, you also know TLU's head coach Danny Padron. What's your background with Coach?
Coach Padron, back went to a coaching clinic that he talked at, and I got to visit with him 15, 20 minutes, and he's a good man. And he was at San Antonio O'Connor as a head football coach for many years, and I think he retired from the Texas retirement system for teachers, and then he got hired on at TLU, so he's enjoying it. I think his son's even coaching with him. A lot of fun.
It's going to be taken at the 1. It's McDonald again.
Just one tackle. There we go.
Boy, he just puts his
about
head down, lets his speed do the work for him, and got out to about the 28-yard line, about the same like he did last time.
If one guy would have missed one more time, I think he might have scored it through and had a huge one. All right, Lions.
Not bad field position.
Not bad at all. I know the kids haven't given up, and they're not going to stop fighting.
Well, the TLU team's a good ball club, and I know
Definitely.
the Lions respect this team and their ranking and the coaching staff, the work that Padron did last year, 8-1.
Coach of the
ranked
year.
number 21, absolutely. So the Lions knew coming into this game it was going to be a battle.
All right, Collins, this is time for you to step up, young man, and start showing this team that you can lead them. He's going to throw the ball.
Why
there you go,
not?
little out
Why
route.
not?
That was a beautiful pass. That's been open all night long. That's perfect.
And he saw man-to-man coverage. The safety was late getting there, and that's all the time. He just a slight little pocket there. Chaz Singletary late on the safety. You see the one-on-one route coming back in.
Little 10-yard little button hook out, and they can. This is a great opportunity for a little double move pass. They can fake that little out and then sprint up the field. They're going to start biting on it on the defense. That was a good pass. There we go. We got a.
Well, that was an errant ball. Fell onto the field right near the referee. Number 59 is not actually in pads. In fact, we don't even have his name on the roster. He just dropped the ball and fell in the field, so the whistle's just to reset things. No harm, no foul. Collins.
There's that draw again. They sniffed it out this time, though, for about a 4 or 5 yard loss.
Well, how about number 45 was there almost at the point of the handoff.
Oh, he could have taken it the other way.
That
if he
was
wanted to.
Jonathan Olenade.
Big old 6'2", 235-pound junior. All right, sprint
Rolling
out pass
right.
to the left.
Throws back against the
Nice
grain.
catch.
Picked up in the air and pulled down, hauled in by Andres Brewster near midfield. He's had a great game tonight.
He has, and that was a great, precise pass by the young freshman. Oh,
Right
what a great catch.
Right
Sprint
over
out
the
pass.
outstretched arms of the TLU defender.
Very good.
43. We don't have his name on our roster, but wow,
Sprint
what a
out
play by
again.
Collins.
Oh, get rid of the ball, son. All right. Now, sometimes when you reverse your field, unless you're Vince Young or something like that really can just run the ball, you want to get rid of it. He was already outside the pocket. He should have just thrown it in the stands. Hit the opposing mascot on the other side of the field. All right, we got second and looks like Buffalo.
Forever.
Yep.
2nd and 25. Ball to 35. A long way home. Let's see if the Lions can come up with something big.
Looks like they're missing a player. There's only 10 players out there right now. Had to use a timeout.
Timeout, SAGU. Their first timeout of the half.
7:50 left.
And Coach Frank Tristan, the offensive coordinator, not happy at all about that. Confusion. You know, it's one thing to have 12, but when you have 10, that's not helping your cause.
Right.
At all. Tristan giving them an earful.
The great thing I see right now is they are still coaching. Their coaches are passionate. Yeah, they know that this game is out of hand, but they're fighting for their kids and getting their kids excited about still playing. There's still opportunity to show good things to the coaching staff and the fans. And we've got 3 more weeks to come watch SAGU football. So I encourage you people that are listening at home, come out and watch these kids play. They're definitely getting after it.
Under 8 minutes remaining here at Lumpkin Stadium. Looks like about 150 or so, maybe 200 folks made the trip up from Seguin tonight over in the visitor stands.
Definitely.
Watching their team make their way to 4-0 on the young season. Now here's Collins, back to pass.
There we go. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Oh, he looked a little early.
And incomplete as the ball was shuffled in the air off the
They had two
deflection.
receivers, one on the right side, the tight end run a little shallow route coming across to the left side, and they have a receiver on this side running a 10-yard in on the other side. So they just kind of crossed each other in the middle, trying to mix up the defense. I thought the guy got there a little early, but
Vanique Benton in the slot.
little trip set up top. The pistol. A little out route again. What a catch.
Dylan Moore still on his
Hold
feet.
on to the ball.
Down to the 40, caught it at the 10, got 10 more.
I think it's going to be 4th and short.
The
Oh,
senior.
they're pointing. It's definitely a first down. That was a nice little pass. Way to stay with it.
25-yard pickup.
That's tough. See,
You
that's
said
what I like
second
to
in
see.
Buffalo, so they got a Buffalo pickup,
They got-
first down.
A little quick hitch route.
And again, it's Moore, a pickup of 3 more.
Ooh.
With 7:20 remaining, the clock I think is going to still keep
A little out
going.
route.
Yeah,
They just need to bring that ball down just a little bit.
outside shoulder, safe place to put it.
Yes, definitely.
And it's second
Second and
8.
8.
Ball at the 38.
They're fighting still. There's nobody on the
Trip
lineup
set.
there.
Collins, he's got Brewster
Oh,
running
nice
around the
little
down
bubble
and a
route.
fumble, and the
Oh, no.
Bulldogs are going to fall on it and turn the ball back over to TLU. Brewster was trying to make something happen.
Well,
Here it is again.
Trip set over there, and they're throwing it out to Brewster on the outside, a little bubble route. He's trying to make something
Well,
happen. He's fighting for his team.
He's got it in the wrong hand, Brian.
Yep, and it was in his left hand, and when you're that close to the sideline, you always want it in the arm that's closest to the sideline, because if it pops out like it just did, you have a better opportunity for it to be out of bounds.
Looks like he was shaken up on the play.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Well, that's a disappointing turnover. The Lions were driving. A great couple of receptions by Dylan Moore. Had the ball almost at least in field goal position. Now it's back to the Bulldogs.
Well,
30-yard line.
Looks like there's different quarterback out there. Oh, there's still, I guess.
It's going to be Zach Galindo, a freshman from Elotes, Texas, out of O'Connor High School. He's going to probably play the rest of this game.
I would
And
think
let
so.
let Trenton White have a seat. Zach Galindo.
And there's a few kids out on the SAGU defense that have been out there too. So it's a good opportunity for everybody to get on film and have an opportunity to show the coaches what they can and can't do. Little zone up the middle.
And another running back now. We've not called his name. It's number
Oh, no.
38. That's Gregory
I think we're gonna
Balata.
have a 15-yard penalty. I look like there could possibly have been a spear here at the end. This guy dives in, leads with his head for the tackle.
Yeah, that was Domingo Gonzalez on the penalty.
I'm afraid they're going to tack on 15 yards at the end of this play.
Fulton High School freshman from Rockport, Texas, whistled for the spear.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, I didn't see a
15
face
yards.
Well, they call it a
mask.
face mask. I'm not sure.
There's something
Happened
going
somewhere
on.
else.
A little
Maybe we'll
replay
catch
action.
on the replay. Right there. It was number 75's mask was grabbed.
Right.
Johnny Garcia's mask was grabbed right in the middle of your screen.
Right.
60. Can't make out the number, but either way, that's the infraction right there. Back to live action. Galindo steps
getting
up.
a opportunity to throw the ball.
Short of the intended receiver, Demetrius Brock. That'll stop the clock with 6:40.
Holding.
So you don't think they should just
10
run
yards
the
from
ball
previous
out, just
spot.
put in your second and third team, let
Replay,
them
first
play
down.
I
on
mean,
both sides, I
If
guess.
you're, I don't know, if you're up by 26 points, I would think.
You don't want to risk injury. Why
No,
not just run the ball and
I don't
go
know,
home?
but I can understand what coach is doing. I personally would run the ball out and, get out without trying to score again, and, But these kids have practiced, and these kids should have an opportunity to definitely make plays too. So I can see what they're doing here. They're giving these kids opportunities to show what they can do.
Galindo in the shotgun, back to pass. Steps up, got his man at the 50. Down to the 44-yard line. It's Brock went right back to him again.
Right back to him and right across the middle, catches the ball and squirts out for, goodness, I don't know, maybe 10 to 12-yard gain.
It was just past the outstretched arms of Gonzalez, number 44. Good pass from Galindo.
The referees are being nice. They started the clock.
Yeah.
That's good. Time for a good zone play here, I think. 2nd and 7, just run the ball.
They're going to
stretch
pull it
play
left.
to the
Yep, stretch it left. You see almost everyone pulled left on that short field. And this time it was Cale Bickham.
He's fired up. I mean, when you're behind Burrell.
No relation to Ricky Bickham, we hope not.
I don't think so. If you're behind Burrell and you're behind Salcedo, you're not going to get in the game much. And when you get your chance, you run as hard as you can, and he did. And he gained a lot of yards there. A 3rd and short.
One's from Katy, one's from Carthage, so no relation.
Back to a stretch play to the left again. Same play, different running back. Number 35's in the game for TLU. I believe that is Jordan Braden. Good work there by Jordan, fighting and battling.
The clock now under 5:30.
Still rolling. Great chance for the Lions to get a big stop here. Give them a little excitement in the game. Zone play to the right again. Hammering up the field, number 38. Gregory Belanta out of Westfield, Texas, Houston Westfield. Corby Meekins, the head football coach at Westfield. Little zone play up the middle. Look at him protect that football.
Pretty much seeing, well, there's Deontay, but pretty much seeing the 2nd, maybe 3rd string on both sides with a few exceptions. We see Deontay still out there.
2 in the backfield again. How they're set up, they might be running a lead play to the right. Oh, passing the ball.
It's going to go deep, go for everything.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a flag right there. That was obvious.
Yeah.
He can't believe it, but it's pretty obvious, Mr. Ethan Powell. All right, let's check that, Mr. Jones.
My question
you just dragged his jersey back. You
why
can't do that.
And he did, but why does the referee right beside him not call it? Because I think the referee right beside him is the one to make that play.
Pass intended for Reggie Jackson.
Hey.
Boy, he's still
baseball
playing?
Great.
Wow,
Pass
he retired.
Defense number 37. That's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
First down, Bulldogs deep into Lions territory.
Can you name the Reggie Jackson candy bar from back in the day? The baseball player?
Can I name it? It had a name?
Yeah, the Reggie Jackson.
Give me a second. I've got 4 minutes and 26 seconds to think about it. So give me a few minutes.
I don't think you can get it.
Now you got me thinking now.
Speaking of Yankee greats, see old Jeter finish up.
Well, that was one of the most amazing things I've seen in baseball in a long time, as you see around the left side.
Left side stretch play that's been working all night. Might as well keep running it.
He's just a charmed athlete, charmed man. I'm not a big Yankee fan. I've respected Jeter, but when I saw that happen on his last at-bat as a Yankee in Yankee Stadium,
that's movie script.
It was all
right
set
there.
up, and he took the first pitch. At first, I thought that the Orioles pitcher just threw him a softball, but he wasn't.
No.
That was a legitimate fastball down the left side of the plate, and he just stroked the first pitch.
That's good.
Good, clean base hit, and the place went crazy. Real happy for David Jeter.
Got a little bubble pass to the running back in the backfield. He gets about 7 or 8 yards. That's been a go-to play. Well, helping his stats there, those little short passes. That's basically what I've been saying all night. It's really a run play. I know you're throwing the ball, but you're getting it in a hand of an athlete in space. It's basically like running the sweep back in the day when you get in the I formation.
Because the blocking scheme is set up for a running play, so it's essentially a cheap running play based off a pass.
Exactly right. Trip set down here. Looks like quarterback's looking over the sideline. Might be getting a signal here.
Clock still running now, near 3 minutes remaining. Pass
There you
right
go.
side, deflected.
Fake the zone to the left and try to throw a quick little hitch pass. Looks like a 49. Big old, oh goodness, Matt Leitner got jumped up. Freshman from Katy, Texas, from
There he
Katy
is.
High School. They've won a few football games down at Katy High School.
Gets the pat in the back from Horace Williams, 94.
Head coach Gary Joseph down on the Katy Tigers has done a great job. Last year lost to Joey McGuire, the Cedar Hill Longhorns in the state championship.
Horace Williams, hope he didn't hurt him. He weighs 345 pounds. Be careful when you're giving Matt Leiter a pat. Here's the screen play, screen pass to the outside.
Yeah, I think he was out of bounds.
Dashes down near the
Yep.
6-yard
He was
line.
out of bounds, and I believe they might be a turnover on downs.
Sure will be.
That was
Lions
we
will
go.
get the ball back.
first down
So
Lions.
the Bulldogs fail to score. Don't need to score, but they do fail to score. And so a nice bright spot for the second, third team defense for the Lions as they hold, you see here.
Definitely.
Screen pass.
Little bubble screen out to the outside, and
We just ran out of room.
he ran out of room,
Just ran
fell
out
out
of
of bounds. Gave those kids, those third and fourth string kids from TLU, an opportunity to get out, and you know that's something they're going to be able to tell their kids one day, that they got out and played some college football. It's hard to play at any level of college football.
Bickham and Hopkins straddle Collins. Two receivers down left. Collins looks left, got a man open, and that was a miscommunication.
I think so.
Benton ran the go route, and Collins looked like he was going to be throwing an out route,
Right.
and that's just never going to work.
Now, let's see if they can get back on the same page. Hear this one. I'm thoroughly impressed. I know he's had a tough game, but this freshman Collins, he's gonna be something spectacular to watch in years to come.
Fumble,
Balls
fumble.
on the ground. Oh mercy!
The Lions may have just got that back.
I hope they did.
They shouldn't have.
There we go.
Nope, they
Bulldogs.
don't. It's picked up by the Bulldogs. We don't have a name for 43. Wish we could pass along to you. Wasn't on our roster tonight, but nevertheless, Bulldogs will get the ball back.
I think it just popped out of his hands. All right, it's time for the.
Here it is again.
Didn't have two. When you're getting in so many people, you have to have two hands on the ball. I don't know if he wasn't down.
I think he was down in contact, but they're not gonna.
Come on now.
They're not gonna.
Throw your red flag out, Coach
overturn
Gotti. Get replay action on that. They missed that one.
Back to live action.
Little zone play. There we go. Just got to keep battling. Don't give up. I mean, the game is already done, but don't give up on this drive. Win this drive. Something you can tell your kids is to win the drive right now. That's something positive.
Game within the game.
Definitely. Every play's a battle. Win this play. Trip set up top. Run the
Run the
stretch
right
to
side,
the weak
short
side.
Yep, you got it.
He's out of bounds.
And out near the 1. And that's Cale Bickham on the carry.
We'll stretch to the weak side. Linebacker just.
Got the linebackers to commit to the strong
Yeah.
side.
Linebacker came downhill a little bit too much instead of running a little bit flatter to make the play, and he just run back outran him.
Opens up all kinds of room.
Like
you said, when you stretch the defense the opposite way.
I'd like to see TLU play Jacob Fox, number 16 from Anchorage, Alaska. Wonder how he made his way all the way down to Seguin, Texas from Anchorage.
And punching it in for another touchdown. It's Cale Bickham.
Wedge blocked up front and handed it to him right in the middle, and he just drove his legs, and that's a highlight for that kid. Look how hard he's running off the field. He's pumped. He never thought he was going to get an opportunity to get in that game. Look at Burrell patting him on the back, the star of the team coming in and patting the back of a third or fourth string kid. It shows that kid has some class. That's good.
1-yard run from Bickham extends the Bulldogs' lead. And believe it or not, it's 54-21, the exact to the number, the exact average margin of victory. 33 is where we stand again tonight.
You're right. You're right. They can TLU this year has definitely put some points up on people. They're a pretty salty ball club, and I think they're going to have a pretty good opportunity to win more than 8 games this year.
They look really good.
Well,
they begin their conference play. I believe they begin their conference play next week as well, as most ball clubs at this division do. We saw today, if you're watching NCAA, a lot of clubs beginning their conference play today, some last week. Bulldogs look really, really strong going into the Southern Athletic Conference play.
Did you see any games today? To be honest with you, I was preparing for this one, and I didn't
watched
know.
a little bit of Florida State. NC State was up 24-7 at the first quarter, but I think Florida State came back big.
Mercy. Clemson gave that game away last week to Florida State. Oh, that just kills me.
Yes, they did. They had a chance with Winston out.
Definitely. Got the ball to the 1-yard line, couldn't put it in. All right.
I got my eyes on Baylor this year, and I'll tell you why.
I love the Bears.
I'll tell you why, because Midlothian High School product, the school system
Petty.
you're part of, Bryce Petty, is an outstanding young man.
He's
just
class.
His character, class,
Yes.
good Christian brother.
Yes.
He when he was in high school, funny story, his connection to SAGU. When he was in high school, I think it was his junior or senior year, we needed a quarterback to play a small bit role in our first ever student summer film. We contacted Midlothian High School.
Right.
Their football coaches were
Robbie
great.
Clark.
They Coach Clark, and Clark put his entire offense out on the field for us. We filmed a couple scenes, and
neat.
Bryce Petty was the quarterback. Had a couple lines.
That's
He's got some lines in the film. He threw a pass to one of our actors, and we thought that was just a nice young man. Here we see him pop up years later as the Baylor quarterback.
Well, he's
He's
like
had
you
quite a
said.
journey to get there, but just excited to see his career blossom.
Oh.
As you see, pass intended for Bickham, incomplete.
Right. Well,
he lives in my neighborhood. In fact, his
they go to
great family.
Go to my church. They're great people. In fact, one of the best things last year, and I love to rib your brother-in-law, Coy Tipton, the principal at the school I work at. We went and saw Oklahoma play Baylor last year.
Yeah.
And I got to cheer and throw sick 'em bears all up and down Coy Tipton last year when Baylor destroyed Oklahoma. So that's always something fun to relive.
Collins back to pass.
There it is. There's his best pass of the game, a little 10-yard out route.
Dylan Moore on the reception. Minute 25 left. You know what? Let's end the game on a nice sustained drive, punch the ball in. And like I said, have some good film to look at this week as you prepare for conference for league play.
Little tight end trip set up top.
Collins rolls right.
Sprinting out.
Looking for
help.
Get
rid of it.
He may need to get rid of it, and he does throw it out of bounds.
Bet you the coaches told him after that last time that he tried to reverse the field when he had a sprint out pass just to throw it away. That was very smart. And he's young and he's freshman, and I tell you, you SAGU fans, you are blessed to have this kid because he's going to be a whole lot of fun to watch in the next couple years.
Penalties declined. Second down.
Now the referees are still throwing flags there. They're still watching the game tight.
Well, that's out of respect for these players who are wanting to make an impact.
Without a doubt.
With like you said on game film when they watch next week. And
got a minute and 18
left.
left.
It's over.
I'd like to see a couple more first downs out of SAGU Lions. Got a little trip set up top.
The outcome's not in doubt, but the game itself is not over, so still some football to be
little
played.
Underneath, a little
Here it
shallow
is.
route.
It's
check the ball.
I believe that's Jenkins. Let's check.
Oh my! I tell you one thing.
It is Jenkins.
If we get a replay here,
no, that's Benton.
If we do get a replay, I'd love to see them show number 14, Mr. Moore, blocking on the outside. Watch Mr. Moore drive his guy into the turf if they show it. Look at him, hands inside, blocking correctly, and just pounds him into the turf and allows
Vanique Benton
to get some more yards.
A big pickup, and now Collins wrapped up, trying to escape trouble around the left side, and the clock is now under 1 minute remaining.
Second and long, probably about second and maybe close to, I don't know, 18, 19 maybe. 45 seconds. Need another first down out of this drive. Let's end on a positive.
Moore looks right.
Throw it. There you go.
Screen
Little bubble
pass
screen.
to Bickham. He's quick.
Protect the ball.
Still on his feet. Look at him go.
Hold the ball.
Hold on to that ball.
I'd call timeout if I was
Into
coach.
Bulldogs territory. Let's
30
see if they
seconds
do.
left.
The clock is still running. Boy, I'm impressed with the play of Bickham. He's going to be angling for some more playing time.
What year is he?
Bickham.
Bickham.
He is.
Well, out route again
just
to Moore.
A freshman.
Hey, you're going to hear
He's a freshman.
Collins to Bickham for a lot more years. SAGU Lion fans are excited to hear that. Another throw to Mr. Moore, another 10-yard out route.
He's a giant compared to Barol. He's 5'7", 170. He's huge.
He's 3 inches taller than Barol.
20 pounds heavier. He's a monster compared to Marquise.
Trip set up top again, Allen Pistol. 4-down lineman rushing, got a sprint
right.
out pass.
Looking down the field, steps up.
Protect yourself.
Heaves it long, going for everything, and he is short.
3 seconds left. Got enough time for another play.
Pass intended for quite a few people. Everybody
had a chance of that one.
Yeah, angling for it. The ball fell just short. We're down to probably, like you said, the last play of the game. 3 seconds remaining. Why not? Let's heave it up in the air one more time.
Definitely. We just gotta finish this game without anybody else getting hurt. 3 seconds left and finish on a positive. Let's at least get a first down, maybe even a score out of it.
McDonald back in the game. Number 1 at the top of your screen. Dylan Moore back in the game.
Well,
and here's Collins going to go for looking for McDonald. He's got McDonald in the end zone.
Nice.
And just out of bounds, and that's going to be it. As the Bulldogs have won by a score of 54-21, another 33-point margin of victory. That's been their average the last 3 times they played. That's their margin of victory again tonight. We'll be back with some final thoughts and comments as the Lions drop to 0-3 in the season. Back in a minute here on the SAGU Sports Network. Wow, look at Barol. He ended up with 136 yards, averaged 9.1 a game. We knew he was going to have a big game. He did that long run of 83 yards. And, Brian, what about the comparison between quarterbacks? Collins, 264, White, 292. Pretty happy with how Collins played.
I was happy with what Collins did today. I think that Collins has got a great future. Dylan Moore, he was throwing the ball like crazy to him. I think that there's a lot of good things that are happening with the SAGU offense for sure.
In fact, they amassed 444 yards of total offense. That's really impressive for a team that going up against that Bulldog defense that was only giving up 105 yards rushing a game. In fact, gave up just 83 last week against Louisiana College. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs amassed 549 yards of rushing attack and passing attack total. Ball possession time favored the TLU. Finally, they caught up with that. There's you see the rushing yards, 236 to 180. Passing yards, 313 to 264. Total yards, you see there, and third downs, 6 of 13 and 10 of 18. That's a good sign for the Lions.
Very good. I tell you what, it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing the Lions play next week.
Defensively, Ethan Eastwood led the way for the Lions with 13 total tackles. Dowling, you mentioned him in pregame, he had 7 for the Bulldogs. Well, that'll wrap things up here at Lumpkin Stadium. Lions drop to 0-3. We're back next Saturday right here in the SAGU Sports Network at 2 p.m. kickoff. Oklahoma Baptist. Hope you join us for that game. So on behalf of my partners, Adam Ferguson and Brian Garrison, on behalf of executive producer John Cookman and his entire amazing student team and their technicians, this is Rob Price saying so long from Lumpkin Stadium. Your final score tonight, Bulldogs 54, Lions 21. Until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace.